Hello everybody and welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. Very strange, not a whole lot of people in the chat yet tonight, but that's okay. You know, I'm sure everybody will show up as we go. As usual, it's fun to drink random whiskeys off the Wheel of Doom. Man, it is such a hard thing to find a time where everybody isn't just already doing another live stream. I'm truly happy to do kind of any night of the week, but it's hard to pick one, and you just got to pick one and you got to go with it. So, anyway, I've got some cool stuff tonight. The usual kind of going to do the Wheel of Doom. I'm also going to go over a new product that I got my hands on pretty recently, and I'm just going to talk about it real quick. I'm actually probably going to give one away during next week's stream. But during tonight's stream, we're gonna go over it a little bit. We're gonna talk about some whiskeys. We're gonna have some fun, hang out. My mic is a little quiet. Okay, let me fix that for you. I swear, like, how do I have so many issues with this stuff? All right. I mean, this is, well, I guess I could do like 150. Maybe this is a little better. Actually, you know what? Actually, I think when I do this for Dungeons and Drams, I think I usually have like 200%. Let's do 200%, and if it's too loud, let me know. But it looks okay as far as everything goes. I did actually test a recording before this and everything, so whatever. We need loud dick, don't we all? I am nothing if not a loud dick. So, let's talk a little bit about what's going on. So tomorrow, I'm going to be releasing a video on the bottle that's over here, the Bourbon 12 cask strength. So I filmed this one last night and then edited it and did all that stuff. And I did kind of a fun little thing with the beginning of the video, so hopefully you guys like it. Have a little second-hand embarrassment on my account. So, welcome everybody that's here. Steve, I know you're going to be doing stuff tonight, so I appreciate you coming in. Eric, nice to see you. Alex, hey, nice to see you. Zopher, David, I think I said hi to Eric already. CPM, nice to see you all. All right, why don't we do this? While we're waiting for people to trickle in, why don't we pick our first whiskey? Because you guys are here. I'm not going to make you wait. So the whiskey list is not entirely up to date because there's all these large bottles that are on the outsides that I believe Alex was the one that sent those to me. And they are all unaccounted for. So if I end up picking one of those, then I will look it up kind of real time. All right, so let's go ahead and close those eyes and do a little pick. Oh, figures, of course. Lagavulin 12. Okay. Well, let's talk about this one a little bit. All right, so we've got the Lagavulin 12 Diageo Special Release 2021. It's 56.5. Okay, that sounds like fun. But let's all right, yeah, while you go pour that, I'm gonna pop something up real quick. Lagavulin 12 Special Release 2021. You know, I said to myself, I'm like, the chances of me picking one of those big ones are pretty small. So, oh, it's this one. It's the one with the cool lion bottle. Okay. Yeah, I really wanted to get my hands on like that whole range, you know, me and everybody else, of course. But I was unable to. File type PNG. We'll get a nice little image up here for all of you. Hopefully it'll be transparent. Yep, there we go. And pop. All right, we'll get that shrunk. There we go. Yep, keeping things professional here. Sipping on a Craigellachie 19. I've never seen a Craigellachie 19. That sounds like a lot of fun. Hey, Whiskey Brazil, nice to see you. So for anybody popping in here, we've got the Lagavulin 12 on the chopping block right now. Diageo Special Release 2021, 56.5. Got it up on the screen right here. So I'm going to pour a little bit of that. I don't want to pour the whole thing because it's high percentage and there's quite a bit in that bottle. It's a Gordon and MacPhail single cask. Yep, poured it. Alex, nice. Currently enjoying Four Roses single barrel. Yeah, definitely let me know what you guys are drinking along with me. It's a Thursday night, and we're gonna drink together, and it'll be fun. The Lion's Fire. Heard good things. Lion's Fire. That kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't do another thing of Game of Thrones because those most of those were not so great. I really wish that they were better. I mean, I kind of liked the Oban one, but I often wonder if I liked it because it was just like a cool bottle. You know, I wonder if marketing kind of influenced me there a little bit. Let's see. All right. These little bottles are clanky. Okay, so what I have tonight, I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but this is called the Ultimate Whiskey Tasting Experience. So I've got this, and I've got a larger box underneath me that is actually what I'll show off. So, Alex, cheers, and to everybody else joining me here tonight, cheers, and I hope that you are enjoying whatever you're drinking. Lagan 9 and Kleinlich were the real winners for GOT. Oban, Talisker in tie for third. The Lagan 9 was actually very good. I liked the Talisker and I liked the Oban. Actually, you know, I would say I kind of liked about half of them, but I think for me the Talisker was the one I liked the most. But all right, so let's see what we got going on here. First off, starting off the way I like to start, a little peat smoke, you know, blow the palate for the night. It's fine. Smells really good. Definitely smells like Lagavulin. A little bit sweeter than normal though. It's definitely smelling like it's ABV though. The 56 is pretty high. Lemony, a little bit. No, Steve, there is a right answer, and you probably have it. All right, let me try a sip of this, and I'll actually give a little bit more detail about it. So, cheers. A lot of times right before I start the stream, I'm like putting the kids to bed and helping do chores around the house and stuff. And I usually sit down maybe like 10 minutes before. So anybody who might have caught the little slip up, I was trying to stream to both YouTube and restream. And I don't know, something went weird with it where it created a brand new stream instead. So that's what you may have seen if you saw something come in. If there is indeed a right answer, I'm sorry, but Talisker isn't it? You know, Steve, you're actually probably right. I would probably more hang my hat on the Lagavulin than Talisker. Let's see. I'm just kind of checking this out here. Yeah, I mean, this looks pretty. This tastes pretty good. I would say it's definitely got Lagavulin notes. It's a little salty. It's a little bit. You know what I like about Lagavulin rather than like sorry. You know what I like about Lagavulin rather than Lafroig or even Ardbeg is it does tend to taste much more clean. It's not harsh in any way, really. It's not something that like everybody's gonna like, but if you like peat, it's very easy to drink as far as a smoky whiskey. But anyway, so what are you guys drinking? Talisker 11, drinking late bottled vintage port at the moment. Okay, Steve, I have a Talisker 11 tonight. It's good. Have it beside last year's 8. I find it more earthy. I don't think I have either one of those. No, I've only got the Talisker Storm and the Talisker 10 at the moment. I kind of want to get my hands on a Isle of Skye, or is it Talisker Skye? I forget what they called it. But the one that you can't really get in the U.S. I really want to get my hands on that one because I've heard a lot of people say it's one of the best. There's one of these that's jiggling, and it's driving me nuts. There we go. Okay, cool. Imagine having like clicking just right here for way too long. All right, let's talk about some whiskey stuff. So I want to talk about this whiskey challenge thing. So I was sent this just, you know, for full disclosure, but they emailed me, they asked me if I wanted it, and I told them yes, because frankly, a problem that I've had with doing blind tasting is trying to pour for myself blind. Now, one of the ways that I've come up, you know, I don't think I'm the first person ever to think of this, but I put little dots on the bottom of my black Glencairns here, and I write it down beforehand, and I mix them up, I throw them on the wheel, and I let them be random. But that's not necessarily a situation that everybody can do, or even if it is, it's a little hacky, you know? So when they said that they have this little solution for how to do this, I was like, okay, cool, send it along. So I'm going to leave this one together, but this right here, this is a $35 box. It comes with the little plaque thing that I'll show you in a minute, some tags and whatever. I'll show you that in a sec. But I'm going to give this away next week. Just think that'd be kind of cool. I'm not doing a giveaway tonight, so if you guys send any super chats, it'll just be appreciated. But I don't like to do giveaways really on the Wheel of Doom. At least I haven't found out a good thing that makes sense to give away. So let me show you this. So when you open this up, it's all like they went above and beyond with the box here. And I'm not going to talk about this forever, but I do want to just give it a sec because when I open this thing up, like I'll talk about this in a sec. So I've gotten 2 boxes like this in the past where when I've actually opened them, I've been just wowed with the presentation. And I mean, we're all into whiskey. We like the boxes, we like the drinks, we like the way it looks, we like the way it smells, we like the taste, blah, 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 blah. We appreciate good presentation. And the other one was New Riff. When they first sent me a bottle, it came in like a box that was magnetic, and it had styrofoam cutouts for the whiskey and the glasses and a bunch of other stuff. When I opened this thing up, first off, this is like a wooden box, and which is cool. And then you open it up. Inside it's felt. It's got this, little whatever, and then it's got all these little pamphlets that tell you what to do. Now, what's cool is similar to like a board game that you would get as a kid, comes with a little scorecard, and each one of these is just an individual piece of paper that you can throw away when you're done. But it's got a whole bunch of stuff, and I'll let you kind of look on their website. There's a link to it in the description if you want to see any of these more up close. But the idea is that you can guess, and then you match it up with your regular bottle. And you can do this for round 1, round 2, round 3, and then you can actually just kind of go through this whole thing for yourself. Now, haven't looked at this. I'm sorry, I'm like all over the place. I haven't gone through this in detail yet. I'm really more experiencing it for the first time with you guys. I only got this like 4 hours ago, and I just opened it. So anyway, let's move on. So they have these are kind of like the big deal about these. These are wooden little plates, or they actually feel like MDF. And it has a place to put each one of your whiskeys. And it's got little notes here for like how to go about doing an actual blind test, which I think is useful because not everybody knows, but everybody sees people like, I don't really do them a ton, but like Jason does blinds all the time. I think Matt from ADHD Whiskey does them a whole lot. But people, us whiskey tubers do lots of blind tests, and it's something that I'm sure you guys like to try too. Then if you open this up more, it comes with 6 glasses, 4 sample bottles, and then some pencils, a little, this is actually, I'm glad that they thought to include this. Can't tell you how many times I've been pouring samples and had to go upstairs and like go get one of these. It's like a little funnel like you would fill up your flask with. And then here's the way that they kind of do this. They're these little wooden tags that you can put around the neck of the glass, and it they say ABC, and it's just kind of a way for you to tell which one's which. So overall, the whole presentation was very cool. I thought it was worth showing off on stream, and as I said, I'm going to give one of these away next week. So I'll put this away for now because this isn't about me trying to sell their wares. It's about me showing you something cool that came in the mail today. Speaking of which, just talking about pickups and things that we've gotten, what have you guys picked up recently? What kind of bottles have you gotten lately, especially ones that you haven't been able to open that you're excited about? Let's see. Pinch Hitter says, taking a night off, but recent pours have included Larceny A122, Knob Creek 100 proof, and a fantastic Cadenhead's Linkwood 12 single cask. Definitely getting you a sample of that, Bill. Sounds good to me, Pinch. Lefroy Lure in the glass at the moment. Nice. A fine Colombian coffee from Wawa, stuck at work as usual. Sorry about that, David. That sucks. I've actually been having a pretty good time of work lately. Things have been running very smoothly. And we have a release tomorrow night, so I really shouldn't have said that out loud. But we'll see. Things have been going all right. So, like, my work has actually been my job rather than, like, all the positions that should be filled and just kind of aren't. But I don't want to talk too much about work. Let's get back to the whiskey. So the Lagavulin 12. This is really, really good. I don't know what this actually ended up costing. Let's see if this has a price here. So let's see. It's trying to put me over to Reserve Bar and Drizzly, and neither one of those links work. That's cool. So I don't know how much this costs, but let's see. Looks like 130. No, whole lot. 380. Holy crap. Well, that's a secondary, but I don't know what it went for originally, but I'm sure it was way more expensive than it should be. Thinking about the regular Lagavulin 16 being about $80 to $100, depending on where you get it. If this is like 130, not worth it. At least not over the regular Laga 16. So 120 to 150 is what Eric is saying. So yeah, it's good. It's totally good. And it's something a little bit different than the 16, but for an extra $40, I'm not seeing it. Yeah, no, I'm really not seeing it. I'd rather pick up a cheap bottle of bourbon as well. But I don't know. It's tasty, and I'm happy that you shared this with me. Towards the end there, it's getting some weird like little appley notes, which are kind of neat. They're very subtle though. I only taste them like almost immediately, and then it goes away. I'd say like almost a green apple kind of thing going on there. Pretty heavy on the crispness, like the lemony, kind of like a little bit of a grassy, florally note. Maybe a little herbally, but I'm not gonna lean too heavy on herbal. I'm gonna say more that it's just a very clean peat. I think that's a pretty solid pour. Actually, I'm a little sad it's gone already, but luckily I have a whole bunch more. All right, let's put that one to the side. Holy crap, it's already been 20 minutes already? All right, I need to get to picking. I'm sorry about that. That time went by fast. Let's see. True North doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. I don't know what that is. I agree. If you compare to the 8, the 16 is so low ABV. Yeah, that's a good point. But for half the price of the 12, I adore the 8 with its 48. Yeah, I agree. The 8 is such a sleeper. Everybody talks about the 16, the Lagavulin 16, and very few people really go out of their way to get the 8. And it's cheaper, and it's a very different flavor, but it's a very good flavor. I think the 16 really is just, the residual popularity from Community with Nick Offerman or whatever his name is. All right, let's go ahead and pick ourselves another whiskey. All right, we're going to go over here, close our eyes. Okay, good. There we go. I was hoping I wasn't going to pick another one of these that I didn't have. So this one's Writer's Tears. Hold on. The writing's a little tough, but I went and took notes of all of these before the stream. So this is going to be an Irish. So Writer's Tears Cognac Cask 2019. So it says DEN, maybe Dean, or DEAU, like do XO cognac finish. Let's see what we've got here. So this is going to be towards the bottom. Let's show what this actually looks like. Oh, I've seen this bottle before. Not for a long time though. Actually, let's keep my face in there because that's what we're all here to see, right? The moneymaker. All right, there we go. Yeah, I've definitely seen this bottle in the store before, but it was like a year or two ago. Actually, it may have even been pre-pandemic. I'm not sure when this. Yeah, 2019 actually. So it could have been pre-pandemic. So 46%. Let's see. I sure do love me an Irish whiskey. I wish that. Well, yeah, you know what? It's so prevalent. Like I do wish more people would explore Irish whiskey. I'm not worried about them taking fun things that I'd like to have. Although I did put in a we call them hold cards for the Gold Spot the other day. I'm waiting to find out whether I will have the opportunity to buy that. Such a farce. It's just like, oh, you win the lottery to buy this thing. It's, come on. I mean, I get it, but how else are you going to do it, really? Unless you're just going to let whoever comes first and picks it off the shelf. But then people are going to find out when it gets delivered, and they're going to game the system. All right. Oh, pinch hitter, you gave me this one. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm going to memorize your handwriting here so I actually know which ones you've given me. So thank you. I need to take better track of that. When you guys send me stuff, it'd be nice for me to actually know who sent it to me. All right. Writer's Tears Cognac Cask. Yep. I agree if you compare. Yeah, okay. I managed to get 2 gold spots. Found it underwhelming compared to the blue. Yeah, I'm expecting it to not be as awesome as I want it to be, but I still kind of want to have it because I have all of the other spot whiskeys, and I just need to have all the things. So, on the nose, very mild. Actually, nothing's jumping out at me yet. And this is 46. Yeah, 46%. I could see that. This stuff is driving me crazy. I have too many things on the wheel. I need to drink more. Just knocking stuff over. There you are. Ha! I found a little bastard that was clinking. It was a Glen Scotia 10-year. That one's from Matt, I think. All right, back to the whiskey. Now with the Writer's Tears, I think I have the double oak. No, I have the copper pot. I have the copper pot, and I remember just kind of being like, on it. It was fine, but I don't remember what I rated it, but I can't imagine it was a stock it. If I said to buy it, it was probably based off price rather than based off taste. But the double oak, I think, is much better. I have not had a whole lot of whiskeys that are cognac finished, though. Nah, Pinch, yours is far better than Matt's. I can actually make out your letters. I'm not getting much of anything off the nose here. How about you, Pinch? What do you feel about this whiskey? Is this one that you enjoy? I mean, obviously you sent it to me, but that doesn't mean that you like it. With a little bit of a swirl, some stuff's coming out, just like a very small hint of citrus something. I'm hesitant to say orange because it's not that dramatic. It's maybe like peach. I know I don't think peach is a citrus, but you guys know what I mean. I have no idea. Maybe a taste will bring it out a little bit. All right, cheers, everybody. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing. Oh, actually, no. I take it back. That is like a really fake peach flavor. So actually, I'm happy with myself right now. That peach I got on the nose, I was not expecting to taste that. It is like a peach dum dum, like those lollipops. Absolutely, very interesting. I think that's really cool. I was not wow, that's really good. Oh, you know what this tastes like? Actually, I know exactly what this tastes like. This tastes like I feel like I'm gonna be able to find it, but because once you see these, I think you'll know exactly what these taste like. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. It's not a candy. It's more just a dried apricots. This is totally what this tastes like. You know, that you might get from like a Trader Joe's or something like that, or really any grocery store that sells dried fruits. That's 100% what this tastes like to me. I think that's actually very cool. I was not expecting that. And I'm sure that's coming from the cognac, but that's interesting. I'm enjoying this more as I sip on it. Pinch hitter saying, yeah, there's a reason I have about half this bottle. I don't mind it, but not likely to buy another one. Yeah. I also recall Donald Rance, Irish Whiskey Yoda, wasn't a fan of that expression. Yeah, I mean, I get that. It's I'm finding the positives in it. I'm not singing its praises. But the apricot is very nice. So definitely coming from the cognac. Damn, I was taking tonight off, but now I might pour one. You can pour like a little bit. If you know it, if you pour just like a tiny bit, I bet that you'll smell it a little bit better. Right. Dried apricots from Trader Joe's. Yes, Eric, wait. Nailed it. So Eric, you'll be happy to see tomorrow's episode is on the Bourbon 12 cask strength. I ended up, it's so funny. I had that one planned for this. Actually, it was supposed to come out last weekend. But I ended up just doing the SNWS bottle last week instead. So I put this one out, but it was funny because we totally would have released the same video on the same day. Let's see. Apricot fruit roll-ups. Sure, why not? It's the same thing. Yeah, that one's all right. I'm pleasantly surprised with that. It's funny because I didn't buy that bottle more than a few times. And I saw it in the store. It was always like $100, and so I kind of passed on it. But anyway, all right. So I made a little bit better time on that one. I think I only spent like 6 minutes on that. Difficult not to kill the Bourbon 12 cask strength. Not to kill it, exactly. Yeah, it grew on me. When I did a first taste of it, I remember I smelled it, and I was just kind of like, yeah, it smells like the regular 12, blah, blah, blah. Which is funny because when I did the video last night, I did not feel that way whatsoever. But then when I tasted it, I saw why it was different and, in my opinion, way better. So I agree with you, Eric. I guess spoilers for tomorrow's episode. All right, let's pick another whiskey. So I think I need to stop depending on... I've picked this one on the stream before. Johnny Walker 200th Anniversary Celebration Edition. Or Celebrity Edition, maybe? It says Celeb. 51% ABV. All right, let's get this one on here. And then I'll finish that thought I had a minute ago. Johnny Walker 200th. Come on. There it is. Oops, that's my face. All right, there we go. I made my video a bloopers edition. Yeah, I saw that, Eric. I watched your video today because I was curious if we had the same opinion about it. I try not to watch other YouTubers' videos before I film my own, just because I don't want to be influenced. But when I saw that you put that out, I added it to my watch later, like immediately, because I'm like, I got to make sure I watch this. Hey, Rough Spirits, what's going on? I bet it needed to breathe too. Yeah, for sure. Neck pour on the 12 is okay, but even the next evening is radically improved. Totally agree. The 12 definitely gets better with age. Apparently I have the hot hand tonight. That's me again. Nice. Oh, okay. Never mind. I see. That's probably the best Johnny Walker I've had outside of the green label. Well, that's saying a lot. So I've got my Johnny Walker in my Westland glass. So makes sense. That's interesting. Doesn't really smell like a Johnny Walker. I don't know that I would have. I mean, Johnny Walker, of course, being a blend, it can kind of be whatever, but they that is one thing I know I always rip on Johnny Walker Red, and there's a reason for that, but like everything else they do is fine. I don't love the double black, but everything else they do is fine. But I love that there is no like Johnny Walker flavor. It's more like this is the Johnny Walker Black, this is the Johnny Walker Blue or Green or whatever. Obviously with a blend, that's exactly what they're trying to do. Anyway, let's go ahead and have a taste. Okay, I like that one. The finish is not like my favorite thing in the world, but it's pretty good. What is this? 50? Yeah, okay, it's 51%. That makes some sense. All right, so what I was getting at is, so for the last like 3 weeks, my plan for this live stream has been to do my pick of the Balcones whiskeys that were going to be sent to me. And they're still coming eventually. I don't know why they're not here yet, but I do know why they weren't here last week. And I found it out after I called up the rep to just kind of be like, what the heck? Turns out she lives in Florida. And, you know, they had a recent event down there that prevented her from getting to the mailbox. So I guess I forgave her on that. But she did let me know that she got all of her samples in like last Friday. And she was going to send them out. Whether they're in the mail yet or not, they didn't get here in time for today. So I need to stop depending on that because, I mean, the Wheel of Doom is a fun fallback. But I want to like start doing more fun things with these streams so that like there are new unique ideas every week and you guys have a reason to tune in other than just to hang out. But, you know, it'd be fun to kind of have some more themes or have some people on or do whatever. So more good stuff coming. I may pick a different day than Thursdays. I feel like every day is very full. I haven't done a proper Wheel of Doom in a while. Yeah, you're right. I haven't for sure. I might pick a day other than Thursdays because I know that there's what is it? Lifetime Whiskey is on right now. I think there's probably other channels going right now as well, and I know that that's going to be the way every night. But there's got to be a night that makes the most sense. And unfortunately, it's not. Oh, geez. Okay, so Drums and Drams. Drums and Drams is doing his thing right now, so that makes some sense. Then we have Whiskey in the Six isn't on right now. Lifetime Whiskey, Mail Call. Oh, what is that? Whiskey Row is on. Yeah, there's 4 other live streams right now. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous how many channels there are now. I don't know. Thursday is definitely crowded. I would like to do Friday. The problem is I can't be consistent. Oh, the Deathless Dogs. I don't even subscribe to them. I don't know them. What's their deal? Do they have like a ton? Let's see. The Deathless Dogs. 13 watching. Okay, so I mean they're not taking a ton of. That one guy looks like Walter White. Yeah, let's do this. You know what? Actually, because I think this could be kind of fun. Let's. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Oh man, let me do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, there's my sound on that. That won't happen again. Thank you. Well, you missed me riffing on people. But anyway, it would be kind of funny to watch one of these other streams and just talk about them while they're talking, and then see if anybody lets them know. Anyway, so this Johnny Walker is very good. I might finish this bottle tonight after the stream is over. It's always nice. Thursday nights, I think, what is it? Rings of Power? Have any of you guys been watching Rings of Power from Lord of the Rings? I'm not going to lean too heavy on any spoilers here because I don't want to give anything away, but episode 6 was freaking awesome. It was so good, which is good because like episodes 4 and 5 were a little heavy. I like some good lore, and I like some good story, and I like character building, but like you got to sprinkle in some action, and they were a couple of slow episodes. But episode 6 was so freaking good. Did you find your Bunabin 12 cask strength locally or buy it online? I actually found it local. I was in the store. I swear, the Discord is awesome for this kind of stuff, although they're also terrible for this kind of stuff. So I asked them, I post a picture, hey guys, should I buy this? And they're always like, well, what does it cost? Or you tell them whatever it costs. And they're just like, oh my God, yes, buy that. But you know what? I could tell them literally any bottle and they'll say, oh my God, yes, buy that. So they're very much enablers in that Discord channel. So it's nice, but in this time I actually listened to them and I went and bought it. Anyway, all right, so let's there was something else I wanted to talk about tonight. What is it? I don't even remember. We'll figure it out. It's easy to spend others' money, yeah, that's for sure. All right, so we are gonna move on. I've gone through those last couple in about 10 minutes apiece, which is exactly like what I want to do. So that makes a little bit of sense. We're going to get rid of the Johnny Walker here. All right. What are we picking next? There's quite a bit on this wheel here. So we're going to go whiskey selection. I want to start doing some like bourbon blind flights or something like that. They're just, people like to watch those, and I'd be happy to give people what they want. Ooh, this one's good. I've actually had this before, but I'm all right with it. So this is the old Ballantruan. I don't know how to say that, but it's the no age statement. It's Tom and Tool. This one's peated 50%. So this one's the no age statement. I also have the 10-year up on my shelf over there. It hasn't made its way to the whiskey wheel yet. It will probably after tonight if I knock some of these things out. Ballantruan. I don't know how to say that, but I'm going to go with Ballantruan. Tell me if I'm even remotely close. The one bad thing about these is I tend to only pour about half of them, so they stay on the wheel for a long time. That's not really a bad thing. It's kind of a good thing, actually. That smells pretty good. Let's see. What do we got? Let's throw this up here. Old. So you guys, let's get some chat going. I want to talk with you. Like it's hard to do this whole thing as a one-man show, and I certainly can. But it's it's more fun to chat. So what are you guys up to? Have you any good shows lately? Any good whiskeys lately? Have any of you guys seen the movie Maverick yet? Hold on one sec. Excuse me. Have any of you guys seen the movie Maverick yet? Because I'm gonna watch it tomorrow night, and I'm actually very excited to watch it. I recently watched Top Gun. We had some people over, and as the wives were all talking, we were just like, hey, what do you guys want to watch? And it was either Iron Eagle or Top Gun. I kind of wish that we would have picked Iron Eagle, but we ended up picking Top Gun. We had recently watched what is it? Oh my gosh, Die Hard together. Hold on, I'm gonna sneeze again. Maybe not. Maybe not. This is exciting entertainment. Okay, I guess I'm not. All right, anyway, so let's drink this old Ballantruan. I'm going to say Ballantruan. Oloroso matured. All right, so Steve grabbed it. So Steve, I love how you're making any progress whatsoever. Appreciate you chatting, though. Grabbed a randomish sample from the shelf on my way. Wasn't looking that closely. Hazelburn 14, Oloroso finish. Oloroso matured. Okay, that makes sense. That's a good choice. I actually think I've only ever tried Hazelburn. I've definitely never owned one. You've got a bottle of Ballantruan from your study of peated whiskey. Yeah, so Eric, I know you're doing this like whole deep dive into peated whiskey, which I wholeheartedly approve of. I think that's pretty cool. I'll definitely be watching more of your episodes going forward. I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. There's only so much I can consume, but those are in particular, especially hearing it from you, I'm excited to hear about. Pretty good. Sample by, let's see, underrated PD Highland, also not easy to come by. I have a no age statement in the 10. There's a 15, but it's almost unobtainium over here. Yeah, you know what's interesting? There's been a lot of conversation about this particular brand recently, and I was happy. I was in the Discord as well. I was happy to have some, especially realizing that so many people kind of want it. And I will say it's very good, but it's interesting because I've just never seen it in person ever a single time. Hey, Clifton, nice to see you. I have my stream set up to kick people over to your stream once it's over, so I hope you have a good stream later. Just bought a 73-inch television and watched Maverick. It's a bit cheesy with a lot of member berries, but it's fun. All right, I can totally be in for that. Member? This is good. This one's good. Yes, it's Nobilis. I know I plug this every time, but I'm going to do it again. If you guys aren't watching Dungeons and Drams, you're making a mistake. We are having so much fun over there. It's part of the reason you've seen me a little bit slower on the Whiskey Dictionary. I mean, I know I told you I took the summer off from the Whiskey Dictionary. I did not take the summer off from Dungeons and Drams. As much as I love whiskey, been doing this for so freaking long, I needed a change, and that is what the D&D channel is. And now I'm doing both, and now I'm having way too much fun, and I'm like reinvigorated in both senses. And you'll see with tomorrow's episode, my Whiskey Dick episode, that editing has become a new thing I've been having more fun with as well. So thank you, Steve. Let's see. Eric Waite sounds like heaven. Hope you have a good dram to accompany. Yeah. Well, thank you, Steve. That means a lot coming from you. There is also, just in case you're worried about being, behind, there's a recap episode for episodes like 1 to 15, and I'm working on a second recap episode from episodes like 16 to, let's see, we just did 24, so I'll probably put it out after episode 25. Or actually, I'll probably put it off. I might put it off put it out before Monday, but we'll see. I have to do the voiceover and everything. I'm pumped for the next impromptu live stream after D&D. Yeah, with more drinks than mac and cheese at 1:30 a.m. No regrets, no regrets, no regrets, and no yogurts. Yeah, I'm with you, Alex. That was a super fun time. It was always fun hanging out with Clifton anyway. Clifton's one of my favorite people to stream with. Actually, all of the people that I do D&D with are like my favorite people to stream with. So it's kind of perfect. The only people missing is Bobby and Sam, and they're unfortunately not around. I like going on with Matt as well, and I asked Matt if he wanted to be on D&D, and I believe he called me a nerd, which is just wonderful coming from Matt. But he was just kind of like, yeah, I don't know anything about that, which was a bit surprising. Matt strikes me as somebody who would have been into D&D. Love watching the Dungeons and Drams streams. Always block out the time and sneak a listen while I'm at work. That's awesome, David. I really appreciate that. I'm really loving it. And actually, I will say the channel itself is fairly small. It's like 302 subscribers as of today. It's small enough that I know exactly how many subscribers there are. And as it's growing, it's fun to watch a channel grow that way again. Think of it this way. The Whiskey Dick grew to 1,000 subscribers at roughly about 1 year. And I think I've talked about this before, but I remember when I first started the channel, I was releasing roughly one video a month, and they were like 15 minutes long, no cuts whatsoever, pretty much just talk. And then as I was talking, if I screwed up, I refilmed the whole thing. But at that point, I was drinking within like the first minute of the episode starting. And so it would just kind of be like, hey, everybody, welcome to the Whiskey Dictionary. This tastes like this, and here's a story about it. And then like 7 minutes into the episode, I'd be like, and Jack Daniels was owned by a guy named like Jupiter Daniels. No, crap, Jasper Daniels. And I'd be like, damn, I got to restart. And so I'd restart the whole thing. And this would go on 4 or 5 or even like 7 or 8 times. And each time it was, let me take a sip. And so the recordings were getting progressively worse as things were going on. I think the only one that I did pretty well ironically, since I just used it as an example, was actually the Jack Daniels one. I think that one only took me like 2 tries, and it was my very first episode too. But either I didn't have those same standards, or maybe I had just practiced or something like that. But it was fun. So where I was going with this is that the channel took a year to hit 1,000 subscribers. And I remember being at work when it happened, and there's several apps out there where you can watch your subscriber count update in real time. And I had it open on one of my monitors at work, and I was like working on the other 2, and it was like, 997, and then like an hour later it'd be like 998. And I remember it hitting 1,000, and I just got up from the computer and I like ran around the office, and I was like, yeah, everybody, I hit 1,000 subscribers. It was like so exciting. And I'm kind of getting that again with the Dungeons and Drams thing. It's weird with the whole what do you call it? With the whole was a MMA guy, the Conor McGregor. With the whole Conor McGregor video, it was wonderful for the channel at the time, but getting such a huge influx of subscribers actually was detrimental to my channel. You wouldn't think so, because I got like 16,000 new subscribers within like a couple of days. But the problem is none of those subscribers really ever watched another video. And so as far as YouTube was concerned, unless I'm putting out MMA videos, I'm not doing the right thing to grow, and they actually recommended me a lot less over the next 6 to 8 to year, really, and to some degree, I still feel like I'm feeling some impact from that. I mean, just look at it this way, like, there's 24 of you here right now, which is wonderful, and then, like, look at some of the other YouTubers who live stream and put out videos. Like, even my videos get, like, 1,000 views or 2,000 views in the first couple days. And then you have these other channels who get like 3, 4, 5 times that many with less subs. So it's a weird game, and YouTube kind of sucks in that way. But anyway, the old Ballantruan was very good. So I talked nothing about the whiskey, but I really liked it. It was very good, and I liked the 10 that I have up there. I forget the name of the guy. I hung out with him actually a couple times in person at the store at Julio's. And he handed those to me. I forget his name. And I feel like a piece of crap for forgetting his name. But either way, in the event that you end up seeing this guy, thank you for those. They're very good. All right, let's pick another whiskey off the wheel. And we're going to get rid of this bottle here. Hey, what's up, Matt? Oh, you graduated. Well, before I do that, so Matt just graduated the Somm 3 class at the Whiskey Academy today. So congratulations, Matt. That's actually very cool. My understanding is that it's actually very difficult to graduate the 3rd and the 4th one. If I think there's a 4th one. Is there a 5th one? I'm pretty sure there's at least a 3rd and a 4th one, and I've heard that they're tough. But either way, that's wonderful, Matt, so congratulations. All right, let's pick a whiskey, and I'm going to dedicate this one over to Matt. All right, which is funny because it's one actually. Oh, that's really funny. Actually, we'll talk about this in a sec. You remember the one that was rattling around and being annoying? That's this one, and it happens to be from Matt. So rattling around, being annoying, and from Matt. I feel like there's some sort of link there. I'm gonna pour this whole thing for you, Matt. Awesome. All right, and Eric Wade saying his number 2 video is Whiskey and Coke, and it's not fitting with the character of my channel and audience. No, not even close, Eric. Yeah, that's brutal. Oh, let's see. How was the old Ballantruan? Yeah, delicious. Donald Rant's Writer's Tears Cognac Cask 2019 from yours truly. Let's see. Whiskey. Hey, Jim and Steve. Hey, Alex. Hey, all right. Yeah. So, by the way, for anybody who's come in, if I've missed you or if I've been just talking or whatever, thank you for joining, and I'm happy to see you. And I went over this at the beginning. If you're curious, go rewind later. I'm going to give this away next week. I'm not doing it this week. But this is a thing called the Ultimate Whiskey Tasting Experience. And this is a newer company. They are actually big fans of a lot of the YouTube channels and have been for a while. I talked to the guy a bit, and he actually knew what he was talking about. So it wasn't just like, oh, yeah, no, I totally follow some of your channels. Like, he knew, like, the not popular videos. So he strikes me a bit as almost like a bit like Robert Licorice-y, licorice-y, where like he's actually just a fan of whiskey and whiskey culture, and then decided to make a product. This is a way to kind of do a blind tasting for yourself in a more fun and kind of like it's a little pop-in circumstance thing. Either way, I'm going to give this away next week. It's like $35. So, I mean, you could always go buy it yourself. There's a link down below, but watch next week and we'll give that away. All right. Going back in the vault soon. Just wanted to say hi. Oh, you're over there now. That's cool. Glad I hit the doom. Perfect. Yeah. All right. So Matt, let's give this cheers to you. Congratulations on Somm level 3. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys what this was today. This is Glen Scotia 10-year peated. I swear I'm not drunk yet. I'm just like all over the place. I always am. I'm actually much more together during the D&D stream. But I prep for that. I probably should prep for this. Glen Scotia 10. 46%. Let's do a thing. Smells really good. That's interesting. It's peated, but I'm not smelling any peat really at all. Although it does have a little bit of like a sulfur's not the right smell compared to like the Craig Ellicky 13. There's something in here that reminds me of that. And no, there's something else here, and I know this smell. This is hard. Oh, what is this? I don't know what that is. Oh, what is that? It's like candy-ish, but it's not. Oh, I know what it is. It is Fun dipping powder. Yeah, I'm going with that. My first thought was actually pixie sticks, but I'm thinking almost actually, you know what? Not even the powder, but the stick, the little white stick that has like no flavor to it, but it has a sugary smell to it. Hey, Brandon. Hey there, Bill. Whiskey Dick. My local whiskey group wants to have an intervention with me for scotch. Still don't like it yet. Oh, that's so sad, Brandon. Dib Dab? Is that a thing? Matt Whiskey Crusaders Challenge. Yeah, man. I'm happy to help you with the getting to know scotch as well. I swear, if I just did bourbon streams, I'd have a way bigger audience, but at what cost? Well, the cost would probably be I'd actually know what I was talking about because I wouldn't be concentrating on 400 different distilleries. But, you know. Guess it's Campbelltown night for me. Just grabbed another sample off the shelf. Kilkerran, 8 from a couple years ago. Nice. Perhaps an Irish thing, Dib Dab. Yeah, I don't know what Dib Dab is, but I'm guessing if it's like a candy stick that you stick into powder that tastes like things like strawberry or orange or purple. That's Fun Dip. All right, let's go ahead and try this one. I think I already did this, but cheers to Matt. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that in the finish at all. It's only 46%. I would have thought this was like 55. That burns like way more than it should. I don't know. Maybe I drank it weird. I think it must have just like kind of gone down the wrong pipe a little bit because that did not taste like 46% whatsoever. Let's try that again. It's definitely peated, for sure. See you, Matt. All right. Wow. And I had the Lagavulin 12 earlier, and this thing's 10, and it's way better. But in a weird way. Not a lot of people, or not everybody would like this. Even me, I'm taking a little bit to get there. It's, you know how if you drink something that's really tannic, it like dries out your mouth? That's doing this, but it's without the tannic bit. It's just, it's drinking way higher than 46%. That's really interesting. It is young, so it probably, yeah, you've got a good point there, Chris. He says it's young whiskey because young whiskeys taste strong. Yeah, I mean, it definitely hasn't had time to mellow out, but it's more than that because it's not astringent like you could get with some younger whiskeys where you're just like, oh man, that needs to sit in the barrel longer. It has a little bit of that, but it feels more on purpose than just pulled out of the barrel because they needed a 10-year-old stock. But that's interesting. Alexander. Yeah, no, actually, I do take that back. The 12. I'm thinking about the Lagavulin 12 versus the Glen Scotia 10 here. I mean, for just drinkability, the 12 would win for sure. But the 12's not as interesting as this. This one I feel like is actually a challenge, similar in the way that Springbank 10 was a challenge for me for a while. This one's interesting. Huh. Yeah, this is weird. I mean, I'm still going to finish it. But this wouldn't be one I would give many people because I don't think everybody would like this. I think I would learn to like this, but I don't love it right away. That being said, I'm well aware that I should like this more. But yeah, you know what? It's my mouth. And I've gotten pretty good at training on stuff, but this is a new challenge. So what makes Glen Scotia? I don't really know a whole lot about Glen Scotia actually at all. So let's do this. Glen Scotia, 10-year peated. Let's go here. Here, you guys can come with me. We'll go over to here. And window capture. Here we go. Yes, I'm 21. Yes, I'm 21 again. Oh, okay. This is apparently all I gave myself for notes. So it's $82. Fully peat malt at Glen Scotia, matured for a minimum, blah, blah, blah. Ex-bourbon cask, which is funny because you barely taste them. Made with peat from northeast Scotland and matured in first fill bourbon barrels to reach the subtly smoky and maritime character of Glen Scotia 10. That's so weird. I wonder, like, who gave me this? It was Matt. I almost wonder if, like, this does not taste like that description. It does look like it's straight up ex-bourbon. It's a perfectly balanced single malt with smoldering peat and briny influence. I could see the brininess, but I consider that more just it's young. Baked apple and cloves for sure. No apple. And flavors of lemon, vanilla syrup, and fresh cut barley on the palate. It has a long and drying finish with gentle sweet peat. No way. Something's up with this. I almost wonder. I poured the whole thing. So this was a brand new one as far as it hadn't been opened yet. I don't know. It's possible that this just doesn't taste the way that I'm expecting it, but let's assume that it does. I don't agree with this description whatsoever, at least from my palate. Oh, good news. It's out of stock, but it's on aisle 16. Good news. All right. Let's get out of there. Okay. So $81 is crazy. Yeah. Maybe it does need to breathe. I mean, that would certainly tame it a little bit, but I don't know. Maybe it's been in the box of samples for too long. The party source. Is that where I just was? I didn't even pay attention. Yes, it was. Okay. Huh. So what are you all drinking now? I'm on like my 5th drink, so. So I'm heading up to New Hampshire tomorrow. Very excited about that. I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, and that is we're doing a production release of software tomorrow, and I'll be doing it from the car while my wife drives, which also rarely ever happens. And I'm going to be doing a mobile hotspot connected to my laptop over VPN while I test a production release during a time frame that's after hours. So on a Friday. Yes, love my job. All right. Let's see. So we've got 4 minutes left. I don't think after that one I should do another one because I feel like my palate is blown between the lager. I pulled a lot of peated whiskeys. I don't know if it's just people send me peated because they know I love it, or if I just had interesting luck. So I'm going to have the rest of the Johnny Walker. So let's go over what I drank tonight, because I think that's at least something I can do here. So I started off the night with the Lagavulin 12 Diageo Special Release. Let's get rid of this Glen Scotia here. So Lagavulin 12. This is from Alex. That was pretty good. 56.5. Then I went to the Writer's Tears cognac finish. That was 46% from 2019. That one was tasty. Tasted like apricot candies, or whatever apricot. Then I went almost immediately into the Johnny Walker 200th Anniversary Edition, which was pretty good, actually. I liked this one a lot. Then I did the Ballantruan No Age Statement from Tomentoul. It's peated at 50%. Then finished on the Glen Scotia 10-year. Yeah, man, I'm going to be burping out flames later. Yeah. New Hampshire is a decent hunting state. You would think so, but the problem is, like, because it's all controlled by the government there, like every liquor store really is a New Hampshire state liquor store. Sometimes they have pretty cool stuff in their display cases that are, the locked ones where everything's expensive, but usually it's nothing that's like super interesting. It's more like, oh, they got like a Belveni 21-year-old, or they have a, actually I've seen some cool Ardbegs in there, but actually a lot of times they're filled with Japanese whiskeys that look like junk and they're way overpriced. Sometimes you can get some good stuff. Sometimes you can't, but in general, I've kind of stopped going. That's a lie. I go pretty much every time. But every time I go, I'm just like, I shouldn't have bothered. So anyway, all right. So it's 9:58. I'm going to call it. And, I had a good time hanging out with you all tonight. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Check out the links below. If you're interested at all in becoming a patron, I would actually very much appreciate it. When I took that break a little while ago, I actually lost quite a few patrons, but the patrons really keep the channel going. They let me buy the whiskeys I need to do my weekly videos. So if you are at all interested in becoming a patron, there is a Patreon-only challenge coin that is available at the $5 tier. I think it's one of the cooler perks that any of the patron, any of the channels give out, because most of them are just like, hey, you get to be in this group of barrel selects. And that's awesome if that's a thing you're into, but most of them don't give out like just physical perks for your joining. So double check the Patreon if you'd like to. Otherwise, join the Discord or do both. And I think that's about it. I've got a link down to this guy in the description here as well. And I hope you all have a good rest of your night. Cheers.